So I'm in the studio today making a winter-inspired or winter garden-inspired arrangement for the table. And this is the start of my decorating for the season. It's the second week of December, and normally I start about this time and just getting things decorated for the house. We start really late because we like to keep our decorations up longer in January, just because I'm so busy the first part of December and even actually all of November, and so I just don't have time to decorate the house and enjoy it. So this is going to be my starting point, and I thought I would take you along with me as I design this today in the studio. So I have this beautiful rose that grows up and over my studio. It gets absolutely ginormous. It's a Cecil Brunner, which is an old-fashioned rose. Blooms, one of the first bloomers here on the farm. A beautiful pink. It's like a light pinky, blushy rose, and it just puts on one of the most spectacular shows of the season. But what I love about this is that we do cut a lot of canes off of it for design work, like in weddings, and because they become huge, as you can tell, huge cane. But I want to control this a little bit today, so I'm deciding to cut a few of these for my little winter garden inspired Deodar cedar bouquet arrangement. So I've started with some of this beautiful rose foliage that I cut, and then I also have some of these I love this, I'm not sure the name of it, but it's almost like it's that really cool spiky blue. It's kind of like this gray blue, love that. And then I thought that the eucalyptus looked really nice with that gray blue color. And then I'm just adding in some of the juniper with this beautiful juniper berry, which has got the blue as well. So it's kind of going in the moods of kind of this moody blues, burgundies, lavender, and it's all inspired by the rose cones and the lavender roses that we have today that were in the cooler. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep going, and I hope you enjoy this, and it's gonna be just a restful time watching me make this arrangement for the table. Okay, so now I'm going to add in these beautiful rose cones. And how I do this is really kind of cool. I am going to take one of these little skewers, and this is like what you would do like for like a shish kebab or just meat stick or something like that. But it's got the pointed end here. And then, so I just take the back side of my rose cone, which is really cool. And I'm just going to slip this pointed end into the rose cone, and that just kind of holds like that. But in order for it to stick, I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. You can use a hot glue gun, or you can use, I have some cold glue, which is Oasis cold glue. And it's just because I don't have a plug-in right here. And this is super convenient for me. Cold glue, it like takes a couple minutes for it to kind of completely adhere. But what you're gonna wanna do is just kind of cut this almost like your stem of your flowers, like kind of figure out where you want it and then place it in. And I want these to show, so I'm gonna just cut a little bit off. And then if I need more, I will do a little bit more. Oops, I'm like shot that across the studio. So this is just a little bit of jasmine vine that we had left over from an event we did. And it just, I love it. I like anything vining, as you can tell from the roses are a little more stable and have an oomph to the vine. And then to this vine here, which is just very airy and flowy. I love using vines. You'll see me growing quite a few vines actually. We have some jasmine. We've got some winter blooming clematis, which is an evergreen clematis. We use a lot of that. Rose canes or the rose vines, we use that. And then we have some honeysuckle as well, which blooms tremendously and has like a ever-bearing green leaf, which I could have got some of that, but anyways, that's kind of the things that we have as far as vining. I think they're so romantic, and then using them in arrangements like this, just, I don't know, I kind of like it. So I'm just gonna add in a few more greenery bits just to kind of break this deep dark of the rose cones. And it also adds a little bit of whimsy, which I like. So I'm gonna take this in and I'm gonna show you guys in a couple hours what it looks like inside the house, because it's been in the cooler, it's cold, the roses haven't fully opened, and I think it's gonna fill out really nicely and just, yeah, start our season off beautifully. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at Crowley House. I hope you were inspired by this winter bloomed bouquet and you get out into your garden, cut some things. Maybe you have some flowers that you've picked up at the grocery store or the market, or maybe you have some blooming that you can just put together the bits and baubles from the garden or whatever you have lying around. So I loved how it turned out and I'm excited to go put it in the house.